Welcome to the John Laurinaits Live Show. This is John Laurinaits from Lubbock, Texas. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good show today. We're going to talk about current events, stuff that's going on here in America and around the world. A little bit of everything. So I'm going to get going here. I'll tell you, this morning wasn't good. I got up. I don't know. Didn't feel great. I was hungry. I go to the kitchen. I go to the kitchen to make usual breakfast, maybe some cereal, some toast, something. There's no food in the fridge, nothing. No bread, nothing. I said, screw that. I went in the freezer. I found some, looking in the freezer, something to do. So I had the breakfast of champions. I had 2 hamburgers and some beer. Oh, Jessica freaked out on me. She's like, what are you doing, John? What the hell's going on? What are you eating that for? I said, well, you got no food. You didn't go to the store. You didn't order any food, nothing. I'm hungry. That's what I'm having. That's not healthy. I said, oh shit, it's not healthy. Those cattle, that beef came from our cattle. It's got to be good. End of discussion, I said. That's it. She left. I said, good. It was a great meal. I enjoyed it, and I felt good after. Hey, it's a new thing. Burgers and beer for breakfast. It's just as good as anything else. Got my protein, and away I went. So, I don't know. I tell you, you can't live with women. You can't live without them. But anyway, she got mad. She came back later, but I just said, yeah, okay. If you want me to eat healthy, you get good food in the house. Not, hey, I don't have time to go to the store every 5 minutes. Anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes, folks. Just laugh in general. Anyway, we got to talk about some stuff going on right now. There's a big election coming up in November. We got 2 people involved, Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I'm telling you, it's been quite a deal. They've had so-called debates and whatever, and town halls and stuff. And I don't know how it's going, but I still think Donald Trump's the best individual for the country. At least he stands up for America. People may not like him. They may not like the way he comes across. I'm telling you, he says what he thinks, and sometimes it comes out a little wrong, but he's just like a straight shooter. He doesn't mince words when he talks about people, And I'm telling you, he stands up for America. That's the main thing. And I think he's the best candidate. I'd vote for him, but, that's up to people to vote. At least people should get out to vote. A wise man once told me, if you don't go and vote, which is our right, people fought for our right in wars till we could vote. Vote our people in, different, whether it's the mayor or the president or whatever, governor of the state, whoever you're voting for, congressman, whatever. We had people fighting wars that died for us to have these rights. But still, a lot of people won't go and vote. I'm telling you, people got to go out and vote. It's not a big deal. It takes about 5 minutes. Usually they're not far from your home, the voting places, and you go and do it. Now they're going to have mail-in ballots. If you can't get out, they'll do that as well. So either way, people get out and vote, because if you don't vote, you have no right to bitch about anything that happens after that, because you didn't put your 2 cents in the first place. I hate when people say, oh, I don't vote because they're all corrupt and all this shit. I don't care about this. They don't care. They won't even go vote. They shouldn't bitch afterwards whether they don't like what happens when the person gets in. Because they shouldn't. They have no say. That's it. That's the way it is. I get tired of these people. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that. But it's a tough time with the COVID, I'm telling you. It's been very tough for everybody. It's not been good for the economy, but it's trying to come back. But I don't know. It's up and down, and a lot of sick people, and it hits people different. Some people can handle it, and other people, it actually could kill them off. So it's for people that don't take it serious. Well, it's a serious health thing, and that's all there is to it. We've been putting up with it months now, and I'm sure if it was a hoax or a conspiracy, it wouldn't have lasted this long. It's not a hoax anyway. I don't think so. Some people think it's whatever. They don't believe it. Well, you better believe it. People are in the hospital over it, so they wouldn't be there if it wasn't a real thing. But I don't know what to say. What's going to be, if we're going to get a vaccine, that's probably the only way it's going to get beat, because it seems to be a vicious kind of thing. Some people it really hits hard, and other people it kind of just hits and they beat it off. But I don't know. It's one of those weird ones. Where it started, they say China, wherever it started, whatever. It's just, we haven't seen anything like this for a long time. So I feel bad for the people that are sick. Our frontline responders, the nurses, doctors, everybody's the top people. And we got to give them a lot of credit, because they're putting up with it, and they're getting it too, because they're in there with these people too. So got to give them credit. You really do. They're the heroes. The unsung heroes is the people in the front lines like your healthcare, doctors, nurses, hospital people, paramedics, these people that are handling these people that come in with this COVID, because they can catch it too, just as well. So they put their lives at risk trying to help others. You can't beat that. I don't know what else to say there. Like I say, the election's coming up. People should get out and vote. Vote for whoever you think. Can't tell you who to vote for, but you know who I'm going for, but that's my business. Anyway, I don't know what else to say on this subject. It's been up and down, and you get the media involved, and they hype this and that. And certain medias are slanted towards others, and some go for one and one. It's like unfair media. I don't know. CNN, they're anti-Trump, I'd say, and then you got Fox. I don't know what they're all about. And you get those are the big networks, and then you get people interviewed, and it's up and down and in and out. And I don't know what the issues. After a while, you don't even know what the issues are anymore. But it's going to be tough times. This COVID's going to last a while. It's a hard time to be president of USA, I'll tell you that. It can't be easy right now. They got enough to do without this kind of shit, but it's what's going on. So we'll see what happens. As I say again, get out and vote. And, it's your right to express yourself to who you want to get in power. Republican or Democrat. That's the way it is. I'm personally a conservative by rights, and I like to vote Republican, but that's my thing. But I don't know. The Democrats just seem to be whining, get to be a real whiner party anymore. And they're down on the Republicans. They don't want to work with them. They're just, they say the Republicans are bad. Well, they don't seem to want to work with us either, so on our side. So all they do is, very negative. A lot of negativity there, which is not, I don't enjoy, but, get people like Nancy Pelosi and people like that, they're so sour about everything. You'd wonder if they have anything good to say about anything, but that's the way it is. Anyway, let's get on to some sports here, people. I'm telling you, we got the World Series coming up here in baseball. Houston Astros, I'm telling you, I'm going for the Houston Astros for the whole thing. They look good. Watched the game last night. Pitching was unbelievable. They won it. They had to win it. They won it. They tied up the series to go tonight for Game 7. I'm hoping they take it, over the Tampa Rays, but we'll see what happens. And then you got the other side. I think it's the Dodgers and, I don't know who it is. Dodgers are playing anyway. And the other series. But I'm more interested in this one right now. But that one's a little different. Anyway, it's good baseball. It's the time of year. But it's the time of year for football. Football's big. That's the biggest sport, I'm telling you. My team, Pittsburgh Steelers, are 4-0 right now. They're looking good. Roethlisberger's back on action. Starting to get back into it. As long as he gets the protection, he can pass as well as any quarterback in the league. Good as Brady, good as Rodgers. He's right up there in the top 10. He's got to be top 5 probably. Quarterbacks, I think so. But they're playing good. They've got this new player's Trevor. He's like a beast, this guy. A young lad, about 6'4", 6'5", 238. Claypool. He was originally from up in Canada, a place up British Columbia. Came out of there. I don't know how he got drafted. This guy's an unbelievable receiver. He can jump, he can catch the ball. He got 4 touchdowns. Actually, should have had 5. They called one back. I'm telling you, I'm sick and tired of these referees. They're controlling the game with these bad calls. It's one thing if it's a legitimate call, face mask, false start, holding, pass interference. Those are the general ones, okay? Now, yeah, guys, the odd time you get real rough with a horse collar, maybe you drag a guy down, okay. But push off, there was no push off. It should have been 5. He had a record with 4 as a rookie, but he should have had 5 because that should have counted for 5 touchdowns because he caught that one. It was in. It was fucking legit. I'm telling you right now. It was in there. Guys are really good. They're looking good. They're sure an improvement over last year. As long as Ben does not get hurt again, I think we got a good shot at easily getting the playoffs and going beyond in the playoffs if they can keep going. So I'm very happy. I'm very impressed. But they got to play the Browns tomorrow. I think it's 1 p.m. They can play the Browns. The Browns can be tough. I don't know. I think they'll take them. And a friend of mine, his name is Joe Booney. He likes Green Bay, and they're another good team. I like watching them too. They're another one of these good. They're good working man's team. I call them. Like, you know what I mean? They just work hard. They play hard. They got a great looking team this year too. And I believe they're the same thing. 4-0. They're going against Buccaneers, so it's going to be Rodgers versus Brady. There's 2 top-notch quarterbacks right there. Should be really interesting to see what happens there. It's going to be good. So I don't know about the other games. There's lots of games on Sundays all the time. And they've had games on Tuesdays because of the COVID. Things are going on and on. It's different, but I'm telling you, it's going to be good. It's looking good it's looking like a good season and some good games already. Some have had fans, some haven't. A few of the stadiums have let a few thousand fans in, and I think they can do that. Helps a little bit. Helps make it interesting for the players too. But, it's a little boring without any fans, but the players, they're used to it. They're playing good, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. It's a great league. I'm just always been a football fan, and it's my favorite. It's my top sport, so I follow it. I hope the Pittsburgh can keep going with the 4-0, go 5-0 after tomorrow. I hope so. It's a great start to the season, but they haven't had good luck for the last 3 or 4 years, and I think it's time for them to get in there and make the playoffs this time and be a legitimate team again, which they always were before. So that's about all I have. What else I got of sports here? I thought I had one more topic. Maybe not. No, I guess that's it for the baseball. We talked about the Astros. Houston, they're looking good. I'm telling you, the pitching last night was unreal. Really good, really good. So that was my take on that. I think they can take it tonight and get rid of Tampa. That'd be nice. I've never been a big fan of Tampa. They're kind of a spoiler team. You never know, though. We'll see what happens. It's always you never know. It's Game 7. It's not over yet, but if they can play like they did last night, I think they were really grinding it out. They could take it. I think they'll do it. That'd be really good. And get on to the next level. They'll have to wait for the other guys, but that'll be the World Series. Be fun. It's a good time of year. It's all the sports. Now the hockey's over now. We talked about that before, and it's done. But I guess they're going to try and start a new season in January of all times. They're going to try and do a full season. It's going to go late if they do it, but they're going to try and implement it. Hopefully, if things go all right, they'll be able to do that, get back into the hockey. And I think they're going to try and play a regular schedule, which is, I think, 82 games, someone told me. I think it's a long schedule. But anyway, they're going to start up again, too, so that's not till January. But till then, we got finish off with the baseball. The football is well underway. Other than that, I don't know what you like. It's whatever you like. There's everything on every weekend. There's golf tournaments all over the place. If you're into golf, there's soccer. There's everything out there. There's been a lot of tennis lately for people. French Open and some of these big tennis tournaments. There's been a lot of good sports, which is good in this time because a lot of people are sitting home. They're not trying to go too far, not traveling too much, and it's a lot of restrictions on the traveling. So if you don't have to travel, don't, because that's part of the deal too. But people love to travel because, it's part of our deal. We like to have the freedom to do what we want, but this COVID's kind of caught people in a catch-22. They want to be the same as before, but they're trying to do the right thing, but it's very tough to do. And, it doesn't take too many people in a crowd if there's so many people have it, to spread it around, I guess, if you're in a crowded situation. That's the whole point. But unfortunately, people want to enjoy themselves and have a few parties and stuff, and it's going to happen. I don't know what to say about the Thanksgiving coming up. I really don't know what to say there. It should be able to enjoy Thanksgiving with your family, at least, as long as everyone's healthy and fine. I don't see why you can't. And have a good Thanksgiving. But that's coming up here shortly. It's always a big holiday. It's probably one of our biggest holidays. Actually, it's bigger than Christmas for a lot of people, and people look forward to it. And it's a big football day. Again, it's a lot of football, a lot of turkey that day. I'm telling you, people look forward to it all year. So I hope we can have a reasonably normal Thanksgiving coming up. That would be nice for everybody. Give some people something to look forward to, because it's tough out there. There's still a lot of people aren't working a lot because of this damn thing, and I feel bad for those people. So everybody, whatever you can do to help your neighbor, give to your local food banks, because they're helping a lot of people out that are having a hard time financially putting food on the table for their children and their families. So again, I support that. Support all this stuff. So other than that, I don't know. Just the topics I get on, I get different people. I have my friend Joe Booney. I go on his show once in a while, and he has his different people that he knows. So anyway, this one of his cronies. I don't know what you call him. He knows this guy anyway. It's Roger McDowell. He shoots a picture under my Facebook or whatever, my account, picture of me wearing a Cleveland Brown jersey. Can you believe that? Just, I don't know. I guess he did it for a joke, just to see if I get pissed off. I was a little bit pissed off, but that's a good joke, Roger. Haha. Maybe you're a Browns fan. I don't know. I don't know who you go for, actually. Not the Steelers. Well, too bad. I think they're going to win anyway. But not Cleveland's not on my radar for one of my teams. I've been a Steelers fan for years. That's the way it is. People say, John, why don't you go for America's team? America's team. I said, who's America's team? The Dallas Cowboys. I said, the Dallas Cowboys have stunk for years. They haven't done nothing. What do you call them America's team for? They're from Dallas, Texas? Every team's an American team. They're all in America. I don't understand why they call it that. I mean, sure, they had their day, but they haven't been playing good for a long time. And I actually like when they get beat now. I really think it's good. It looks good on them because they can't do nothing. I call them the Cowgirls. I think Cowgirls could still beat these Cowboys. I don't know, tell you right now. I know a guy up in Canada, he likes them, but I don't know how he can stand putting up with them year after year. He should switch teams. Anyway, what do you expect? He's a garbage man. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, what else we got to talk about? Going back to Trump, I'm telling you, you know what? He made a good speech here I was looking at. He was talking about the situation, what's going on right now, with all the unrest, with all this racism, anti-racism, marches, and all these events that are going on. And he pretty well said the same thing as I did a couple weeks ago regarding this situation. When they have these rallies and stuff, which is fine, but when they get all crazy, out of hand, and they start wrecking shit, burning people's businesses and houses down, and buildings, and destroying stuff, they're just a bunch of thugs. And that's exactly what Donald Trump said, and I agreed 100%. When they go that far, they're just common criminals. It starts off good, and the people that start the rallies, it's these other guys that sneak in and just cause all the shit, make it a big shit show, and then it's just horrible. The police have to get involved. Everyone gets in there, and then they're all freaking out. Then it becomes a big mess, and people get violent, throwing stuff, and this is when it turns nasty. It's not the point of it, you know? But I don't know what's going to happen. It's Minnesota, they had problems. They had problems in Wisconsin. I've heard of other places that just, there's no end to it. They say Black Lives Matter. Well, yeah, Black Lives Matter, but so does everybody else's lives. This country's made up of a lot of different nationalities. They're one of them. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, I do agree. The police have been particularly hard as far as the police I say that there's two kinds of police. We have some very good police officers, men and women in this country that do a good job, that are well trained, that are professional. But we just have a few rotten ones that are miserable, that are probably racist. They're on power trips, and they think they can be brutal and go beyond and beyond what you're supposed to do as a police officer with the brutality. When you shoot a guy 7 times in the back, that's the most cowardly thing I can think of. You know, with that latest, well, it wasn't the latest thing, but one of the latest ones that happened. Whether the guy's a criminal or not, you don't have to shoot the guy 7 times in the back. I'm sure they could pick him up anytime if he did have a record. I don't know the whole story on some of this stuff. I get sick and tired of it. You know, I'd like to see some good news once in a while, but you don't see a heck of a lot. Because it's all, the media loves the negative because it sells, you know, it sells, people watch the news, all they want to see is burning fires and people throwing firebombs, people fighting in the streets. That's, people get used to that. It's almost what they want to see. I don't think you should want to see that stuff. It's not what we're supposed to be all about here in this country, but I don't know. I just hope that things don't escalate too far. It's getting to a point where it's too much. It's too much, especially in this time. We have enough problems on our plate with the COVID. Then you get this stuff going on. I mean, there's problems out there. There's always been problems in the police forces, and they're going to have to clean that up. I can't say much more about it because there's so many good police, but when you get a few bad ones, it makes the whole police look bad. And talk about taking money from the police. They need to have a budget, you know. I mean, sure, they can have money for other things, but maybe just, you know, mental health, because a lot of these people aren't all there that get involved in this stuff. They're not your average good, hard-working American person who goes to work, puts their nose down, goes to work every day to put food on their table. You get these people that have nothing better to do than cause shit and riot and all this stuff. It's sickening. It wasn't what we're supposed to be all about. There's nothing wrong with demonstrations and that kind of thing, but not when it gets like that. As Donald would say, they're just a bunch of thugs. They should be put in jail, and they should. They've got no right to do that stuff. But this stuff's going on. It causes a lot of trouble, I'm telling you. And it's hard on these politicians because they don't know what to do about it. What are they supposed to say? They didn't cause the problem. People cause problems. People cause problems, and they cause their own trouble. They look at it after, and well, yeah, you got to take some responsibility for their actions. Not a lot of people anymore have any common sense. I find that too now. A lot of people don't want to think. They got to think. They don't want to think things through. They just react and do things, and that's it. And that's when things go wrong. So anyway, I think that's enough of that. I just hope that things can settle down, and people realize, yeah, everyone's lives matter. It shouldn't matter what you are, who you come from, or where you live. If people would just respect each other, no matter who they are, what race, religion, or whatever, then fine. And that's the way it should be. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If they treat you good, you treat them good. That's the way it is. Try to have respect for people. You're not going to get along with every people. Nobody's going to like everybody, because there's always a few people there's people out there that nobody can like because they're just not likable people. Unfortunately, you run into them everywhere. They're just very selfish, to be honest, is one way to put it. There's people that are so selfish, they just become miserable because they don't like anybody or anything, and nothing's right. They go through life like this, just criticizing everybody, everything. What a way to live. No fun in their lives. And then, whatever. And the worst thing is, usually they're the ones that live to be 100 years old, these grumpy old people. And yet all the good people die young, usually, with cancer or some damn thing. So I don't know what to say. It just seems to be the way of the world. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about today. I just thought we'd get a few things going here. Like I said, this Claypool, this young kid, man, he was great. Steelers, good up-and-coming talent. It was a good pickup. I don't know. Just they needed some receivers, and this guy looks really good. When you can do that kind of production on points on a game, your team's going to do well. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, see how he does tomorrow. If Ben's going to be passing to him again, if they can get out there, because he's quick. So I hope they use him again. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about things going on right now. Other than that, I don't really watch world news too much. I don't get too involved in it because it gets so depressing watching some of this stuff. There's lots of stuff going on in other countries, and it's a lot of bad things going on around the world. But right now, America's kind of in the spotlight with what's just been going on here with our own country and with this election year and all the bad publicity over the riots and everything else. And it's kind of been a spotlight on us, but it's not been a very good spotlight. I mean, other countries are probably thinking, wow, what's going on in America? Are they falling apart or what? But we're going to hold our own. We're going to come around. It's the way it is. We're resilient people. We always were. The good people are gonna rein in and conquer the day. But I just hope some of these the crackpots out there causing this shit can just lay off. Lay off all this stuff and just they realized they're the cause of all this grief anyway. And the problem is they don't care. That's the problem. So you got to care. Care about your fellow citizens. Care about your family first, and then from there, care about your friends, different people your society, your town, your state. Just, try to look after one another. But it's tough in these times, but there's always people stepping up. The people that are doing a good job, like I said. People running the food banks, different people doing stuff, delivering food to the elderly. People are shut in, There's a lot of good people that are doing stuff. They're not even doing it. They don't get paid for it. They're doing it just out of the goodness of their heart because they're good people. And they believe in what they're doing is, helping the society. So, other than that, I don't know. It's just, like I said, I'm just glad, I'm still alive. Every day I wake up and I think, God bless, I wake up in the morning. It's a good day and try to make the most of it. We all have our things in life, good and bad, to deal with. Some people some people seem to drift through life just on a floating along like it's nothing ever happens. And those people, I don't know. I guess they're lucky. Other people have a lot of hardship and a lot of sorrow. It's a lot of, we all have to go through a lot of pain, but you got to take, when you can take, just when you have time to just enjoy things, enjoy your life as much as possible. Hopefully do stuff you enjoy, your spare time, things that make you happy. Not everyone has a job out there that they're really that thrilled with. The most lucky people out there are people that have a job they love and go to work every day and they get up in the morning and they just want to work. Those are the people that have it good because they got a job, plus they love what they're doing because either they always want to do that job or they've somehow found something career that they can really get into that suits them. But I mean, for probably 75-80% of people out there, they just go to work because they need to work and make money. It can't always be easy, and some days are pretty rough, but they do it because that's the way we are. We're tough people, proud people. I'm proud to be American. We got resilient people. We got a good workforce. At least Donald Trump does stand up for America and the workers. He's trying his best, and it's all you can do. And right now, it's an awful tough time to get much accomplished with all this. I don't know what you want to call it. Political fear-mongering that's going on, and you got these biased media channels that are, beating up on Trump and his people or whatever. It's just crazy. But anyway, it's a tough time. I don't really enjoy it. I just tried to do my thing, keep the ranch going. Things are going good. I'd like to thank my cameraman here. My son, Ron, he's kind of said to me a few days ago, Dad, we should do a little show because everyone else is doing one. Joe Booney's got a real terrific show up there. Joe's Fighting Jay Sport Channel up in Canada. And I get on there once in a while, and sometimes I mouth off on there a little bit, but for some reason people like when I tune in on his show, so I thought maybe we'd do our own show. A lot of other people are doing their own shows. We got, of all people, Johnny Savage trying to do a show. So they're all trying to do their thing. They all want to be like Joe Booney. They want to be on there and get a little 2 cents in and talk about different things. And it's like a little club out there. There's a lot of different people, and they all get involved in other people's shows, and they call in. And it's good to get different viewpoints on stuff, and it makes it interesting. There's a lot of fun characters out there, and majority of them are quite respectful people. And they're not, 99% of them are pretty good. Once in a while, you get a few crackpots, but they don't usually last too long. But anyway, I don't know what else to say. It's just John Laurinaits. Just thought I'd talk about a few things today. But other than that, I'd just like to say, everybody, try to stay safe in these tough times. Love yourself, love your family, love your neighbors. Help out where you can, if you can, when you can. And, God bless these first responders, because the job they have to do and the stuff they probably see, it would probably make you sick. So they're doing a heck of a job. And it's very stressful on them, too. It takes a lot of toll out of them, but they do it. And they do it willingly every day. If we didn't have those people looking after I don't know what would happen. There'd be a lot of people that would be just die, or they'd just be left out there in the cold. So anyway, other than that, I don't know what else to say. As I said, I hope everyone's going to have a good Thanksgiving, but that's not for a while. And we can talk on that again. To my wife, Jessica, we had a little fight this morning, but, hey, I had to eat. I was hungry. And I tell you, the beef is from my own cattle, so I think it's good. I've done it before. I've had burgers for breakfast. Not bad. She said, why'd you have a beer? I said, there was no orange juice. What the hell am I supposed to drink? I don't know. Water, I guess. It went good. It tasted good. I don't know. It was funny. She came around after, and I said, well, you didn't buy any food this week, hardly. She said, well, you could go to the store. I said, I was busy all week. I said, yeah, well, whatever. So we'll get some food no matter what. But I don't always have to have that. But I thought it was pretty good breakfast. It kept me going all day almost. So hey, what the heck? Anything's better than nothing when it comes to that. So, what else can we say? Just like to say, shout out to all my other people that I know out there that have different shows, and mostly I've seen them through Joe's Sports Channel. Again, Joe Booney, he has a lot of different people he deals with. You got Johnny Savage, you got Cosmic, you got Don A, Gregster, all these different people, the Sicilian, you name it. They got all these different people, and some of them have their own shows now. They're all kind of getting out there and trying to have little media shows, and it's become like a little club, but it's a lot of fun too. And it's good to hear people, and it's good to when people call into the shows and see what they're thinking too. See what people on the street are thinking about, what their comments can be, and what their take is on some situations that are going on, all this stuff. So I think it's good. I just thought we'd get on here today. I hope it wasn't too bad. I'm just kind of babbling now because I didn't have a big topic laid. I just had a few points to cover. But, if we keep going with this, get more stuff involved. But, again, I don't know. I'm just going to go for my Steelers tomorrow. Hopefully have a good weekend. I'm just going to sign off here and say that, like I say, every day you wake up is a good day. And it's what you make it. And I just, try to make each day a new day and a good day as you can. Because we have enough bad ones, that's for sure. So keep a good attitude. And that's the main thing. The positivity is the main thing. If you can keep a little positive mind, even in these tough negative times, it'll bring us out of it. Might take a year or two to get over this thing. Who knows? Till they get a vaccine. But we're going to take it out. It's going to go. And we're going to be stronger because of it. We're going to lose a few good people, but it's unfortunate that's the way of the world. But I think we're going to take it out. And the sooner the better as far as I'm concerned. Because, boy, people are tired of wearing these damn masks. That's all I have to say about that. This is John Laurinaits signing off, Lubbock, Texas. I love you all. Bye.